Federal buildings in Philadelphia were listed for possible sale. Then all of a sudden, they were pulled off the market. Tyrone Bowman live. Welcome to the conversation. Welcome to the program on tonight. According to AXIOS, the Trump administration released a list Tuesday suggesting several federally owned buildings in Philly would soon be up for sale before pulling it down hours later. The move, coupled with efforts from Elon Musk's Doge to end federal leases, is creating confusion about the future of the federal workforce and its real estate footprint in the city and across the country. Trump last week empowered Doge to scrutinize how federal agencies spend money. The latest expansion of Elon Musk's cost-cutting powers, Axios Erwin Doherty reports. The executive order requires federal agency to identify federal properties that are no longer needed than can be disposed of. The General Services Administration, or the GAS, revealed on Tuesday it's considering offloading more than 440 non-core assets across the United States. The agency estimates that selling those buildings could save more than $430 million in annual operating costs. Later that evening, more than 100 properties disappeared from the list per the Washington Post. By Wednesday morning, the list had been removed from GSA's website and replaced with a note that says, quote, coming soon, end quote. So 4 federal buildings in Philly were listed. The U.S. Custom House, a 1930s era Art Deco office building in Old City, about 436K square feet. Mid-Atlantic Social Security Center, an 8-story building in Northern Liberties at 3rd and Spring Garden Streets, which has about 534K square feet. Veterans Administration Center, a regional office in East Falls, federal building, an unidentified building with no square footage listed. 12 buildings across the Commonwealth were listed. Among those GSA is interested in selling. The GSA published the list to driven maximum value for the federal real estate footprint for taxpayers per a release statement on Wednesday. How are taxpayers benefiting from all this? They're always talking about it's benefiting taxpayers. How? No one's getting any stimulus bonus checks in the mail. No one is getting anything in their divested portfolios. So how's all this benefiting taxpayers? You all got to pay attention. There's a bigger story going on here. There's something else behind all this. The agency said it received an overwhelming amount of interest in the listed properties and will consider compelling offers. The list is expected to be republished in the near future after the GSA evaluates this initial input and determines how to make it easier for stakeholders to understand the nuances of the assets listed. I just told you in a video 2 videos ago, it's all about the money. It's all about the stakeholders. It's all about the stockholders. It's all about the investors. It's all about the billionaires getting richer and richer and richer. And I'm not against people making money. And I'm not against people becoming billionaires or millionaires or trillionaires. There's nothing wrong with that. It's how you get it and what you do with it once you get it. Just because a property is on the list does not mean it's immediately for sale. More federally funded properties could get the axe too. Listed are 6 real estate leases in Philly that it's moving to terminate, along with more than a dozen elsewhere in the state, including King of Prussia per the agency's website. Caveat, Dodge website has included inaccuracies in questionable accounting of its cost-cutting measures. So this is an ongoing development story. I will keep you abreast and updated. Never surrender, never quit.